Hello.
Hello, Wanderers. The Druid is Diablo IV's jack-of-all-trades class, as they have a ton of optionality in how they can be built out. Today, I'm inviting you to walk the way of the Werebear with me as I show off a build I've taken to calling the Bearbender. The BB build blends Werebear fisticuffs with earth magic to make beautiful music together. And by music, I mean the anguished bleating of goatmen. In order to understand what makes the Bearbender powerful, we first need to grasp two key concepts: Fortify and Overpower.
Explain.
Fortify is a mechanic introduced in D4 that you can think of as a second life bar. As you generate Fortify, you'll see this red layer around your health orb build up, and you actually become fortified once you have more Fortify than current health. You can tell you're fortified when a spiky iron ring envelops your health globe. In this state, you take 10% less damage. However, Fortify decays rapidly when out of combat, so attack speed buffs become vital for maintaining that all-important buffer. This is where Overpower comes in. Overpower attacks identified by their blue text deal bonus damage based on the sum of your current life plus your fortified life. So, keeping our health topped off and staying in melee to generate more fortified value enables crazy DPS with those big blue overpower numbers. Got all that? Good. Let's break down what skills our Werebear's running with. Beginning with our basic skill, we're going with Maul and the Wild modifier for knockdown chance on hit. While it's nice to get extra range and radius, you can effectively stun lock most enemies in the game by continually knocking them on their ass. Very fun. Our area of effect core skill is Pulverize, with the Primal modifier for 4 seconds of 20% damage reduction. This one felt like a no-brainer to me, as 4 seconds is ample time to build up enough spirit in between to continuously apply such a powerful debuff. When Overpower is built up, Pulverize is also a serious damage dealer, again, with those big blue numbers. Next, we'll be going with another core skill in Landslide, along with the Primal modifier for consistently high critical strike chance, particularly against bosses. For this reason, Landslide is our main single target damage dealer and the bending part of our glorious Bearbender equation. Our defensive and only werewolf skill is Bloodhowl. Besides being a secondary heal in a pinch, Howling can grant an attack speed buff for more mauling, and crucially, is another proc for shapeshifting passive synergies farther down into the Druid skill tree. Okay, this one might be a little controversial, but I ultimately decided to forego the companion skill tree entirely for this build and soak more points into passives. I did run Poison Creeper for a time as it provided excellent utility, rooting foes in place, but honestly, having to hang around in cutscenes really started bugging me.
The stronger prevails. So be it.
In hindsight, skipping this section of the tree may have been suboptimal, as putting 3 points into Raven would have given me something on cooldown that reliably inflicts the vulnerable status. For mastery skills, Hurricane is incredible here, as it deals AoE damage, slows, can inflict vulnerable, or apply additional damage reduction. Both are really great. I wish I'd started using it sooner. Hurricane rules. Naturally, for our ultimate, we're going with Grizzly Rage. We want to be an unstoppable cocaine bear that deals extra damage while taking less and gains 4 to 5 per second. Grizzly Rage isn't the flashiest ultimate out there, it just brings a lot to the table and thus is really damn good. 2 skills I tried out but felt like they didn't quite fit here were Boulder. While very visually entertaining to roll a huge rock at enemies, Landslide simply felt stronger. And Petrify, which is definitely impactful, but primarily intended, in my opinion, for AoE damage, and stylistically, I just like my ultimate filling other roles. As for our passives, I'm not going to delve into each one, but instead highlight a few key clusters. Okay, first, this triangle here, in my opinion, every druid, no matter the build, should max these three out. Getting more max spirit while having your basic skills generate extra and additional damage on your core skills with a higher spirit cost trade-off that's largely mitigated by that basic skill buff is insane. Predatory Instincts grants extra critical strike chance at close range, and Iron Fur is additional damage reduction. They're both good, get them too. Moving on, we have our Earth skill cluster of passives. Crushing Earth, Safeguard, and Stoneguard all synergize super well with each other and make your landslide even more awesome. Put all three in each, then thank me later. Defensive Posture, 15% increase to Fortify generation from all sources. An amazing passive for our build. A full 3 into here, please, and thank you. Of course, our key passive is Werebear focus with Earthside Strength. We're getting a bunch of extra max life and a whopping 30% extra damage while healthy when your character is at or above 80% health. For spirit boons, I went with more max spirit, healing on critical strikes, extended ultimate duration, and bonding with Eagle for an attack speed buff and additional max life. In terms of legendary aspects, I'd strongly recommend grabbing the aspect of Retaliation for your offensive slot, which is unlocked by completing the Seaside Descent side dungeon. If you're diligent in keeping your Fortify online, it's essentially a substantial flat damage increase to Pulverize and Landslide. A short stroll west of Kedbardu, Seaside Descent is spooky, chock full of bony boys and ghosts that deal lightning damage. Be sure to elixir appropriately. As for defense, Aspect of the Protector from Fractured Peaks' Lost Archives dungeon is an excellent option for any class seeking more survivability. And so, perhaps by now, you're wondering, is this build meta? My min-maxer pals, I have no clue, nor do I really care. This is a space to share fun builds that feel sweet to pilot. Get your number crunching elsewhere. What I can tell you about the Bearbender for certain is it's a grand old time, swiping your meaty paws at foes' faces, crushing chumps with overpower attacks, and burying bozos between rock pillars. From the mid to end game playing on World Tier 2, I barely broke a sweat. And I'm finding that the BB build holds up really nicely when ratcheted up to Nightmare. Well, mostly.
You are weak and foolish.
Overall, the Druid is just an incredibly flexible class that I love playing, and we'll be rolling again to try out other builds in the near future. Perhaps something more Storm Spell-centric next time around. On that note, let us know in the comments below which class build you'd like to see us do a guide for next, and I'll see you in Hell, Wanderers.